Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another Rookie Card Collector 123 video. Today's video is going to be a special one. It's my 100th video that I'm putting out on YouTube. And as a thank you to all of my viewers and followers, I prepared a special episode today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show every single oversized slabbed item that I have in my collection as of today. I'm going to have just about all these items with me at Strongsville in April. I'll be setting up there. I have a booth, and just about all these items will be for sale at Strongsville. Many of them I also have for sale on eBay currently as well. Some of these are going to have price stickers on them. The price stickers are generally my eBay prices. So anything purchased off of eBay would be considerably less. So feel free to reach out if you see something here that you're interested in. Like I said, I'll have all these items, assuming that they don't sell before then. I'll have these items in Strongsville, but happy to work out deals prior to that and ship the items as needed as well. So first item, these are all just random in piles, so I'm just going to do one pile at a time. They're not in any kind of order. Just going to grab them as I have them here. So the first one I have is a 1971 Milk Duds Willie Mays. This one's in a PSA 5 holder. Excellent condition, EX. That's the front of it. This is a complete Milk Duds box. It has all the tabs, the top, the bottom, the side, and May's picture on the back. This is actually the top of the box, or the front of the box, which has the Milk Duds advertising. The Mays is actually on the back panel. This one is number one, card number one. Mays has two different card numbers on his exact same card in the Milk Dud series. I believe one is number one, and I believe the other one says number 3 on it. But they're the same image. I don't think there's any difference at all. So 71 Milk Duds, complete box, really nice condition, clean, Willie Mays example. Okay, next one I have is a 1970 Transagram. And this is going to be highlighted by 2 Hall of Famers, and not only 2 Hall of Famers, but 2 major inner circle Hall of Famers. So we have Hank Aaron on one end of the panel and Tom Seaver on the other end. This came from a, like I said, 1970 Transagram box. The Transagrams were little statues, plastic statues. The 1970 series came with 3 players per box, so this one has Aaron, Seaver, and Jim Wynn, who was also a star in his own right with the Houston, first with the Colt 45s and then the Houston Astros when the team changed the name around 1965 or so. So Transagram panel, complete panel. This one received a PSA Authentic, and basically the top border was cut just about right on the black dotted line. So the other 3 borders all have black lines visible. I think this could very easily have received a number grade, and it's pretty nice condition. So it probably would have gotten somewhere around a 3 or so is my estimation. This could be possibly a item to resubmit to PSA again. They might give you a different result if you did that in the future. But I'm not into that. I just grade it mostly to protect them, authenticate it, and whatever the grade is assigned, that's how I'm going to keep it and sell it. So 1970 Transagram panel, Aaron Seaver, Jim Wynn. Next up, I have another 1970 Transagram panel, the 3-player. This one is Frank Robinson, is the major star on this one in his Orioles uniform. And then we have next to him is Frank Howard, a slugger from the Washington Senators at this point. And Rick Reichert is the third player from the California Angels. At this point, might have been Los Angeles Angels. So Frank Robinson, 1970 Transagram, three-card panel. This one received a 2, PSA 2, good. So this one has all the black border dotted lines all the way around. Next up, we have a 1971 Bazooka. This one is a complete box as opposed to a couple of the panels that we just saw from the Transagrams. So this is the bottom of the box. This is the side panel. It's missing the tabs on both sides here, the top and bottom tabs. So PSA notes that on the label there that it's missing the tabs. So it's a complete box, but it's sort of not 100% complete with the tabs missing. Here's the front of the box or the top of the box, and then this is the other side panel. And again, the tabs on the two ends are missing. This one pictures two Hall of Famers. So we've got, again, 71 Bazooka. This is Reggie Jackson. It's only his third year card there, so very early Reggie with the Oakland Athletics. And also Harmon Killebrew next to him from the Minnesota Twins. And the third player on the box is Tommy Agee, who was a star with the 69 Miracle Mets that won the World Series that year. So 71 Bazooka complete box, missing the tabs with Reggie and Killebrew. Okay, next one we have is a 1949. This came from an All-Star photo pack. So these were picture packs that were sold at the stadium or the All-Star game. This one is from 49. There's another popular one from 54 as well. Some of the same players in the 49 are in 54, as you could imagine. That's a very close time frame. This one pictures Stan Musial, St. Louis Cardinals. This is still pretty early in his career. He began his career in the early 40s. 1 year after his 48 Bowman rookie, so 1949. These are obviously pretty large. I would say it's probably about 7x9 or something like that. Stan Musial follow through on a swing, black and white. This one got an SGC 6, I believe. I haven't checked that recently, but when I bought this, this SGC 6 was the highest graded SGC example of the Stan Musial All-Star 49. Okay, next one is a pretty big one. This is a 1969 Transagram complete box with all the tabs included. And this one is Mickey Mantle. The Mantle card is actually on the back of the box. The front of the box is where you see the cellophane window here. The front of it is here. This is the full window. And inside this singular box, compared to the 70 Transagram, which had the three players, the singular box had only one statue. So this one would have come, obviously, with a Mickey Mantle statue inside. You have the Mantle card on the back, and then on the top tab, you also have another miniature version of the Mantle card, as well as the advertising for the Transagram. So this one received a 1.5 from PSA. Actually looks very nice. The folds where the box is folded to flatten it out have some sort of like I guess stress marks, or I wouldn't really say creases, but I guess from flattening. But looks really nice. I would say it looks a lot better than the 1.5. The Mantle card looks terrific. These are very rare. The 69 single box is more rare than the 70 boxes with the three players. So Mickey Mantle 69 Transagram complete box. Okay, next one we're going to look at is a Hank Aaron 1954. This one is a rookie card option besides the 54 tops. This is a spick and span, and it's an oversized postcard. So it's got a postcard back. See if we can get the camera to focus better there. So it's a postcard back, otherwise blank, has not been postally used. Pictures Aaron and the follow through of a swing. The spick and span 54s were a Braves team issue. It's got a facsimile signature of Aaron on the bottom there. And these are a little bigger than normal postcard size, I would say. Maybe like 4x6 or something close to that. This one's got a pretty high grade. It's a PSA 4.5. Nice condition. Don't see anything really wrong with it at all. The corners are not perfectly sharp or anything, as you could imagine from an item 70 years old. But really nice Aaron rookie, another option to the 54 tops. Okay, next one we have is another 71 Bazooka box, similar to the Reggie Jackson Harmon Killebrew. So this one is another complete box, but it's missing the tabs on the top and the bottom here. It has the side advertising, and then it has the player panel, which is actually the bottom of the box. So the highlight here is obviously Roberto Clemente. In the center, we have Bill Freehan, Detroit Tigers All-Star catcher. And we have Claude Osteen, who is a pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers, on the other side of Clemente. And here's the other side of the box, the actual top of the box, and the advertising on the other side. This one got a 2.5 from PSA. Looks very clean. Oh, there's a crease, a horizontal or diagonal crease going across Osteen over there. Otherwise, this is probably more like a 5, maybe. So 1971 Bazooka, complete box without the tabs, Roberto Clemente. Okay, next one we're going to look at, similar to the mantle. This is another 69 Transagram, complete box. This one, again, has all the tabs, just like the mantle. This one is the window's in a little rougher shape. The box itself is a little rougher. The mantle was nicer. But this one's also extremely rare. Very hard to find any of these, especially the big name guys like Mantle, Mays, Aaron, Clemente. And this one, the front is here. Everything's still intact. The window has some creasing in it and bends in it, the cellophane, but it's all there. It's not torn or missing any pieces or anything. Here's the miniature maze card on the top, along with the ad and advertising next to it. And then again, the main card, the maze on the back there. This one got a PSA 1, probably deservedly so. So 69 Transagram, complete box, Willie Mays, PSA 1. Okay. Shift things around a little bit here. Okay, next one we have is one of the 1970 Transagrams. As you can see, I'm very interested in collecting the Transagrams, especially the boxes and the panels. So this is a 70 Transagram. This one is Roberto Clemente. They share the same images usually on the cards, the 69s and 70s, except this one has the 3 players. So you have Clemente in the center, you have Bob Gibson on one side, and you have Jerry Koosman, New York Mets left-hand pitcher, on the other side. Koosman, of course, is probably most famous for being the second player on the Nolan Ryan 68 Topps rookie card. So Clemente, Bob Gibson, Jerry Koosman, 70 Transagram. This one received a PSA 2. And has very minor creasing along the edge of the Koosman card, almost at the border. Barely visible, but I guess that knocked it down to a 2. Otherwise, this one presents a lot nicer than a 2. Back is completely blank and no issues with the back. Okay, next one we have is the 1970, I'm sorry, 1969 Roberto Clemente. This is a transogram, the single box with the one player on it. This one's in excellent condition. Um, PSA gave it a 1. It has some staining on the panel here, mostly on the advertising part. Could have been a price sticker, maybe was removed at some point, so that's kind of like the residue from that. That's really the only significant issue at all I can see. I think a 1 is severely undergraded on this one, but Roberto Clemente 69 transogram, complete box. Again, all the tabs are present. Cellophane window is intact 100%. This one has virtually no damage to the window at all. Okay, next item we have is a 1969 Willie Mays. So I have all four players that I mentioned. I collect Mantle, Mays, Aaron, and Clemente. I have all four in these 69 transogram boxes. I just very recently made these available for sale. I was keeping these in my personal collection for quite a while, and finally decided to try to free up some money from selling these to use for other items I'm interested in. So 69 transogram Willie Mays. This one's a PSA one also. Oh, I'm sorry. I covered that one. I apologize. My mistake. I thought it looked familiar. Okay. Next one we have is the 71 Bazooka. This is Willie Mays. Similar to the Roberto Clemente box that we just looked at before. This one's a complete 71 box, minus the side tabs again. Has the side panel, it has the maze in between Catfish Hunter and Randy Hundley, who was an all-star catcher for the Chicago Cubs during the 60s and early 70s. So Willie Mays is the highlight on this one, but Hunter's another Hall of Famer. This one got a PSA 2 and appears to be in really nice condition. That's the bottom of the box. This is actually the top of the box, also very nice. And has a price sticker, what's left of a price sticker there on the top. Probably played a role in the numerical grade that PSA gave it. I think otherwise it should be higher. So 71 Bazooka, Willie Mays, complete box, missing the side tabs. Okay, and now we have a 71 Milk Duds box, similar to the Mays we saw before. This is Roberto Clemente's. This one's in an SGC holder. Just about everything we looked at here so far has been PSA. I think just the Stan Musial was SGC. But this one's an SGC 4. Really nice grade for these Milk Duds boxes. And Roberto Clemente there, that's actually the bottom of the box. The top of the box, or the front of it, is the Milk Duds advertising. And this one also in really nice condition as well. The grading companies charge roughly $50 to grade all these oversized items I'm showing you. So automatically, discounting $50 just for the grading, the minus that off, and the item is going to cost whatever it was prior to the $50 grading. Okay. You just shift things around a bit here. Okay. Now, next up, we've got some cereal boxes. So this is a 1962. This is a post cereal. These are really big. These are the largest size holders PSA has. And this one pictures Willie Mays in the bottom corner here, and also Roger Maris on the top. And this reflects Maris's 61 home runs in 1961, which was the season before. which are the stats that are included on the 62 post serial cards. So this one has 6 players in the panel, and then the advertising for the post serial set in between. The other players are Vernon Law, Tommy Davis, Leon Wagner, and Frank Larry. So other players are also all-star caliber players, but the 2 Hall of Famers, or 1 Hall of Famer, Mays, and then Maris, of course, all-time great Yankee. Okay, next one we have, this is a really rare one. This is a 1969 Nabisco Cornflakes. So this was a much tougher to find cereal box than the Post cereals. Apparently, the kids didn't like the Nabisco flake cereal nearly as much as Post. So not a lot of these were sold, and these are very hard to find, especially complete panels like this one. The highlight here is Willie Mays on the bottom corner there. We also have Tom Seaver above the Mays, Pete Rose above Tom Seaver. Then we have Bill Freehand, Jim Lornborg, Rick Monday, Tony Horton, and Lou Brock is next to Mays on the bottom there. This one received the PSA 1 MK. The back of these is blank and somebody scribbled, looks like in pencil, all over the back of this one. So it's not that big of a detractor because it's blank anyway, and really what you want to pay attention to is the front. The front has a little bit of pencil marking. Somebody seemed to, with a pencil, try to draw the black dash lines in some places. Not sure why they did that, but there is some pencil marks on the front, but really doesn't take away from the cards. Okay, next one we're going to look at is another complete bazooka box. This one actually has all the side panels. This is a 71 bazooka. Bob Gibson in the center is the highlight on this one. Also has Amos Otis for the Kansas City Royals and Rusty Staub from the Montreal Expos. And this one was given a PSA 3 and a very nice complete box. The top of the box or the front of the box is on this side, and the Bob Gibson in the center. Okay, next one is a sporting news supplement. This is one of the few pre-war items I'm going to show today. This is see if I can get it with less glare, maybe. This is a 1909 to 1913 M101-2. It's a sporting news supplement, like I said. This one is in particular is dated. These are all dated. This one is 1909, December 2nd, 1909, and it's Tris Speaker. So Tris Speaker, of course, the great center fielder, Hall of Famer from the Boston. I'm not sure if they were Americans or Red Sox at that point. But this is a Tris Speaker rookie. Obviously not a rookie card because this is way too large to be considered a card, but it's a rookie Tris Speaker collectible. This one was given a 1 by PSA, and most of the issue is really visible on the back. Either only on the back or primarily on the back. It's all the staining that's taking up about half of and it's a blank back again, so to me, not such a big deal, but that's the reason for the 1 grade. The front is really nice. All the edges, corners of this one are all really sharp and intact. A lot of times this is very thin, like newspaper type stock. A lot of times these tear easily. Sometimes there's chunks missing. The edges almost always show some kind of chipping. So this one is super nice, other than if you can live with the staining on the back. So Tris Speaker rookie M101-2. Next one we have is a 1961 Post serial, another panel. This is highlighted by Hank Aaron, who's in the top corner here. This one also pictures Roy Sievers, Johnny Temple, Ed Broussard, Pedro Ramos, and Bill White, who is another star, also president of the American League at one point as well after his playing days. So these post-serial panels, very tough to find. Just about impossible to find a complete box still intact and unfolded and all, or unflattened, I should say. But 61 posts, Hank Aaron. Okay, I'm down to my last stack, so give me a second here. Uh, I'm working with kind of a small area here, so I gotta shift things around a little bit. Okay, this one is kind of a half of a post panel. So this is the Hank Aaron side from a 1962 post serial back panel. This one's graded by PSA, got a 2. And it's got Gus Bell and Elroy Face. This one, the color somewhat faded. It appears the box or this panel at least was in sunlight for an extended period of time over the years, and colors are kind of faded. But otherwise, nice condition. PSA 2, 1962 post with Hank Aaron. Okay, next one we have is a 1961 post serial. This one's highlighted by Willie Mays, who's up here. Another 6-card panel. We have Bobby Richardson, Hoyt Wilhelm, another Hall of Famer, Ed Roebuck, Frank Larry, and Billy Martin, famous New York Yankee, Oakland A's manager. So 61 post serial. This one received a PSA 2 also. Appears to be really nice condition. Again, not sure what the grade was lowered for to bring it to a 2, but back is blank and clean, as is the case with just about all these, except for that Nabisco with the scribbling on it. Okay, next one we have is this 1962 post serial. This one's the Roberto Clemente panel. That's Clemente down here in the bottom corner. This one also includes Orlando Cepeda, which is above Clemente. Elston Howard, not a Hall of Famer, but a major star catcher with the Yankees during the 50s, 60s, is on there. And then we have John Romano, Leo Posada, and Gene Woodling are the other players on that one. This one got a PSA 1, and that's because on the back it appears that this was stuck onto something, so there's some paper loss from having removed it from whatever this was stuck to. But again, it's a blank back, and the back looks clean other than spots of paper loss. So to me, not a big detractor, but lowers the technical grade to a 1. 62 post serial Roberto Clemente. Okay, next up we've got this is the next to last item. So this is the 1970 Transagram complete box with all the side tabs and the top panel intact. So this one's 100% complete. This one highlighted by Willie Mays in the center. Also Pete Rose and Cleon Jones over there, the 69 Mets World Series star. And on the top here, I'm just going to turn it upside down for a second. We have the same 3 cards in miniature version. The other side of the box, these are the much wider boxes to fit 3 statues instead of 1. This is the window where the statues would be. And then we have all the side tabs and the top tab. This one was given a PSA 3, which is, I think, the highest graded for this particular item, complete box. Excuse me, 70 Transagram, Willie Mays, and Pete Rose. Super nice item. And down to our last one, and I think this one's actually a repeat, a duplicate. It's a 62 post serial with Clemente and Orlando Cepeda and Elston Howard. So we went over one of these already. This one's a 1.5. So it's half a grade higher than the other one was a 1. Okay. So that's going to wrap up my showing today. These are all the oversized slabbed items I have in my collection. Pretty much all oddball stuff. There was a couple of Hall of Fame rookies. We had the Spick and Span Hank Aaron and the M101-2 Sporting News Supplement Tris Speaker. Like I said, everything that you saw today is available for sale. We'll have it in Strongsville. If you're interested in anything you saw and you don't want to take a chance and maybe miss out on it if it sells before or sells to somebody else before you get an opportunity to see it, reach out to me. My email is on my YouTube homepage, but it's V like in Victor Guerrero, and then B as in boy at yahoo.com. That email came from back in the 90s and early 2000s. Vladimir Guerrero, when I created the email, was my favorite player, Vladimir Guerrero Sr. So it's V Guerrero BB at yahoo.com. And like I said, if you saw sticker prices, those are eBay prices or card show prices. We can negotiate our own deals and work with that. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thanks to everybody who helped me reach 100 videos. This is number 100 today, like I mentioned in the beginning. Looking forward to my next 100. And definitely looking forward to Strongsville or Independence, I guess, as it is now. And looking forward to meeting a lot of the YouTube viewers and the other content creators. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Have a great day, and I'll catch you guys again on the next one.